Fuck. Okay, now we've started. Now I forgot how to start the podcast. Shit. Zach and JP's Burnout Hijinks. I'm JP. He's Zach, and our hijinks are burnout, and so is this intro. What the fuck is up, Mitchell Fowler? How are you doing?
Mitchell Fowler.
Mitch Fowler, everybody. Give it up for Mitch. He's our guest. Okay, sorry. Right fucking into it. That's how we do it now.
Glad to have you back, man.
Yeah, we're glad. Not our first repeat guest, but you are our first guest on the show. I'm glad to have you back on here.
Repeat guest.
No,
you're the first one we wanted.
Yes,
we got saddled with Ryan Minton. Shout out Ryan Minton.
Shout out Ryan Minton. Yeah, no, we had I don't remember who bailed on us. It doesn't, not important. They'll never be on the show, but
he sat in.
R.I.P.
Yeah, but no, we
killed him, didn't
you?
Ryan did.
Yeah, Ryan killed him apparently just so we could call him up and then be like, hey Ryan, we need a guest for the day, and he came up.
Well,
but,
I am glad to be possibly your last guest.
Yeah,
After we're all vaporized in a nuclear war soon or whatever the hell
it's not going to be soon.
Oh no. So so that's fun because that
John, you seem a little high strung now.
Oh yeah, because let's just hope we don't have any horrible bombs anytime soon.
We won't. We got rid of them.
Oh yeah, that's true. We forgot. We got rid of all the horrible problems that we had. No, but we did get into. We found out at the end of last week's episode that I'm a bleeding heart liberal, so we just kind of stay away from that stuff.
No, it's okay, man. Yeah. I'm a lot more hippie than a lot of people put on. I was raised by hippie parents. So
I'm proud of that. Yeah.
What?
Shout out Mr. F.
Shout out Mr. F. Me too.
But
Me too.
I was joking earlier today with my wife. I was like, I'm looking forward to being just vaporized in a nuclear war. But I'm really concerned about how it happens. I mean, I don't think it's a bad way to go. First off, I mean, of all the shitty
Could be
ways
worse.
of dying, just being vaporized.
Bleeding out in the street from a stab wound is way worse.
We've all seen Judgment Day, right?
Yeah.
So we've seen that shot was in slow mo. Her shit immediate. That was it looked horrifying, but James Cameron shot that nuclear blast melting that lady's face, in slow motion. Mm-hmm. So that's going to happen to us in moments. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be cool.
So I've played all the Fallout video games, right? So I've played all the Fallout video games. I'm prepared to fight the big roaches.
War never changes.
And trade in bottle caps and all that shit. I'm prepared.
What about the super mutants? You ready for the super mutants?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
All right.
Yeah. Well, here's the remember this though. You got to be on your P's and Q's during this because you guys know about Pompeii. You know about the volcano Pompeii. All those people. They're just
frozen.
They're just frozen.
Yeah.
You guys know about the guy who was apparently caught just jerking off this.
No, that's real.
I'm not.
It's gonna be me.
Oh yeah. I'm not sure if in the podcast we could do one of those put a picture here thing.
Oh, we're gonna right there.
But it's definitely a thing. It's can you imagine? It's the end of the world, right? It's the end of the world. And you're just cranking your hog in some ancient Pompeian bathroom. So it's probably I'm imagining with a clay tablet with some tits on it,
dude. And it smelled like shit all the time too. So you don't even notice the sulfur smell leaking in. Yeah. So it's just dude, that's.
Just cranking his
hog. Keep building the scene. I'm here for this. You're painting a nice vase for me. I'm down for it.
Honestly, if you know what's coming, you're about to get vaporized. Go ahead, man. Just crank one more out.
Okay, so here's a fun volcano or nuclear bomb. Because volcano, I think we could nuke, right?
I think you should nuke.
Because volcano, you're because how did he get flash feed froze? Wanking it, because lava doesn't go fast, how?
I don't know. I think it was the ash. I think it was the ash.
Was it the ash? Yeah. Okay. Because I always wondered about that with volcanic explosions, because we're smart enough now to be volcano, don't build civilization near it. Back then they were oh cool, we're near the gods, Hephaestus is in there, building shit. That's cool. But now, but now we know. But we don't get to see tragedy. And I'm glad we don't see that shit anymore. But I really that dude whacking it though is just forever talked about on podcast. Historians are
you think he knew? You think he knew?
Yeah, just his way of going out.
Dude, we're all gonna be frozen here.
Yeah,
dude, I love funny historical finds. Some of my favorite things to see are just the old fertilization idols, just big fat bitch idol. I love those. They're so funny to me. I'm just dude, somebody had this in their house and was just I fucking carved that. Oh, she's so hot. The goddess is with me tonight, dude. Dude, you know what I mean?
They had some dude running around.
Some guy he just moves his loincloth to the side and just doesn't even clean up after.
Years ago, I used to live in Korea for a little bit, and there's a whole park of just dicks. An entire dick park. There's like 6-foot statues or giant statues everywhere. Like, you know, we do comedy over at Patty's and shit. They got the door handle there. Like, that's normal.
Oh,
like in this park. And you know, we were just killing some time. And one of the Koreans is like, "Would you like to go to the phallic park?" I'm like, "What is?"
Yes, first of all.
Yeah, first off, like I grew up in the South. Like we don't use words like phallic. We just use like dick. So he's like, "Hey, you want to go to the dick park?" Like, but that sounds a little rapey. I'm not going there. Like I'm not. That sounds a little sus.
Don't back up in the dick park.
But no, it's I don't know, man. Like in the States, like we're just so like anti. Like anything phallic, like you, like in Iceland, there's a whole dick museum in Iceland. You know, there's got like, oh, here's. Like
I didn't know that. I'm American.
Yeah, see, exactly. Nobody knows.
You watch Dragon Ball for like 2 episodes, and you're seeing penis. You know, like you know, so there's like.
I think we watched different things.
You've never seen Dragon Ball, like Goku, little kid Goku, when he's peeing like off the side of the mountain or whatever. It's fine.
That's when he was a kid. Right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. We're not talking about the. Okay, I guess nobody's seen Dragon Ball. Whatever. God damn it! Every episode. Zach, say the thing.
I can ask Mitch. Mitch, how long have you hated JP?
Fuck.
Well, it kind of ebbs and flows.
I feel that. Trust me.
No,
It's just the wrong thing.
No, I don't know. I don't really say I hate JP.
Ooh,
no, I don't
wrong
really
answer.
hate JP.
I'm gonna change that.
Maybe
in editing.
loathe is a better word.
There you go.
Okay.
Despise is definitely it.
Yeah, it's up there.
Damn it.
But yeah.
Say the right thing, you son of a bitch.
That was the right
damn
thing.
it. All right, whatever. God damn it. All right. Shit. Well, what you got, Zach? What you got going on?
What do I got going on? I got a whole lot of shows happening. When's that show happening?
What are you talking about?
For the promo.
Oh, shit. We're doing promotion. I'm sorry. We're going to promote your stuff. Okay. So if you got stuff to promote, I guess do this after Zach. Zach was supposed to just lead on into the next thing naturally because I was like,
but I forgot
don't
the
just
date.
want me
Was it
and
July
Mitch.
19th?
Yes. We're on a show together.
Oh, that's
pretty
cute.
cool. Yeah.
That's my
We're going
promo.
to kiss.
You guys going to kiss?
Yeah, on that show.
Yeah.
And with Ryan Minton. Shout out to Ryan
You gotta
Minton.
film
We're all
it.
going to
Shout
kiss
out
him
Ryan.
on his beard. No.
Is he going to wear the gloves when you guys kiss?
Yes.
Oh, downstairs beard. Wrong one.
The downstairs. Does the carpet match the drapes with him?
No, dreadlocks.
Yeah. The carpets match. His carpet matches his drapes. Ironically.
Yeah.
You got
Father and
anything?
son.
Any cool shit you want to talk about? coming up?
I don't know, man. I'm trying to fill up my July calendar right now. I've been, working on a lot of new stuff, and I have August 15th with Antoine out at the Rec Room.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, I love the Rec Room.
I'll probably, I only do it like once a year. I'll probably do another Patty's feature.
Hell yeah.
At the couch, probably sometime late September.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
Usually, I only take one day of the whole calendar. I try to fill it up with everybody else, but you gotta. You gotta
save
prove,
that one day.
Yeah, you still gotta prove you can do it and everything.
Yeah, why not? Like, dude, like that's what I missed about like the White Rabbit, like just being able to put that one show on. Granted, it was only the one. Just being able to be like, tonight we're doing this. This,
the roast?
we do this. Yeah,
Dude, you did 2 roasts and they were both great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Just do it more.
But now, but
You were stoked. Rest the fuck
Yeah,
out.
that was a good roast. No, seriously, bro, that was a good roast.
I had a lot of fun with it.
I think a lot of people wrote really good shit for that.
I do.
night.
Yeah,
I
especially
also-
for Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
People
it's
really
easy-
wanted to tear him apart, dude.
So I like roasting, but like I'm not super great at it because like I don't want to be a mean person, like I don't like to be, but I know roasting it's supposed to be it's jovial mean, it's supposed to be like Zach's gay and fat, like that's
Yeah.
like that's fun, but we love
that's just
but
obvious.
like
It's just a fucking
roasting
observation.
somebody you don't know though, like that's like the thing that I get. Like when it's like for me, it's like for people I know, it's easy. Like I can like if I talk shit to you, that means I like you.
Yeah.
Like and if it's like I don't know. It's just like I was given an assignment to roast somebody once, and it felt weird. You know what I mean?
I didn't
Like, don't
know,
that might just be me.
Chris Moe before the roast.
Oh yeah. Okay, so you have the same
Yeah,
thing.
but
where
I
it's like,
just told it as is. I scrolled through her Facebook pictures, and she does look like a Section 8 Skeletor. That's just a fact.
oh my.
Shout out Chris Moe. Still love you.
Yeah, she's actually going to be on that show on it with us.
Yeah,
on
she's
19th
on it
also.
too.
Yeah, that's just pretty.
Where's
cool.
that
In Winston-Salem.
Winston-Salem.
I'm good at talking. CB's Tavern, I think. A guy named Freeze the Comedian.
Freeze the comedian. That is correct.
He
Shout
put
out
the show
to
together.
Freeze.
Yeah, shout out to Freeze.
good.
Ryan was like, hey.
You want to be on a show?
Yeah, you want me to put you as Zach on the show? You asked me to put some features, and he was like, and then he took some pictures, and then here we are. But no, so and it's really, I'm glad you brought the comedy couch up because I want to talk to you briefly about the comedy couch because we part of our show was based around like our recording schedule initially, and still is for our side show, is based around the Comedy Couch because that's like we're not doing anything this Thursday. We both know that the other is free, so it's like, all right, we're gonna record this shit on that. And I think that's how we started the show.
It was. That's originally our schedule.
It was Thursday, the Comedy Couch Thursdays, because we were gonna record at the Comedy Couch, and then White Rabbit Mondays, and then turns out recording on scene fucking sucks.
It's terrible. We won't do it again unless we absolutely have to, John.
Yeah. Hey, I've got one time. We'll talk about that when it's gonna happen. When that happens. But,
in case Greg doesn't know, that's going to be for his birthday.
But no, I just wanted like Comedy Couch. Like I just want to talk briefly about the Comedy Couch. Like I don't think we ever got to it the first time we talked. But like where'd the idea come from? Like like the. Putting it together every week, like I just ins and out, like just want to hear some of your thoughts on it. Like, I know that was a whole lot. I'm sorry, but
no, it's good. I know you're talking about on location. We did the pilot, I guess. The pilot.
First episode
was over there. Yeah, and it's just with the background. It's the hustle and bustle of the club for setup and then sound checks and everything. And then right as we're getting there, every Thursday that we're there. There's managers meetings still going on. There's bar set up, people dragging out tables. Like I get it. I think it was still a good time. Like we got to talk about the homeless people and stuff.
Yeah,
like
that was great.
That was good.
That's when I found out how true the homeless people were downtown.
Yeah, man. I still talk to them. I walk by. We talked about Freddie and the crazy lady. Like I saw him just the other day. I walked by. I was like, "What's up, Fred?" Was kind of doing his
Mitch,
thing.
you're not supposed to know them on a first name basis,
dude. I honestly, not only do I know them on a first name basis, I follow their crazy shit they're doing. So this guy, if you guys haven't seen the crazy guy downtown, Freddie, it looks.
I know who he is.
Yeah, it looks like he's. I'm sure he's a good dude. A little like meth man, the Popeye the Sailor guy kind of look going on. I'm assuming
the guy walks up
and found an eye patch somewhere.
Oh no!
I'm assuming he found an eye patch because for like a month he was wearing an eye patch, and he told people that he lost his eye and that he needed money for eye surgery to get his eye back. But miraculously, the eye is back. Like
that's because he raised enough money, Mitch.
So how'd you lose your eye?
Modern medicine.
You're putting his whole fucking hustle down. This man just paid for a $50,000 eye.
Dude,
he's just out there looking for his olive oil. You give him his own. Like there's Blutos out in the world just trying to destroy this man. I'm sorry, I got hung up on the Popeye thing. I get that's
for Comedy Couch.
Problem.
For Comedy Couch. We were hosting over at Patty's for quite a while and everything, and we talked to them about we were looking for an open mic spot. We talked a little bit back and forth, but the whole idea of the Comedy Couch really, we called it named it, branded it, everything like that. Really the name Comedy Couch really just came naturally because we were looking at the space over there. And they have that like little 3-section couch. And I was like, this is perfect. Like we'll just put the couch up on stage. It'll be like an interactive type thing.
And everybody knows a white couch is funny for other reasons.
It is, yeah. Yeah, we couldn't get the black leather couch for tax purposes and trademarking, of course.
But we do have the blonde whore now on the couch, so we're getting closer. Shout out, Heather.
We're gonna get that guy. Aren't y'all getting that guy from Pompeii in there too? That statue.
Oh my God, we totally should.
Yeah, I've been wanting to get a little table for because we had the little tiny table.
Yeah, I like it when it's got the table in between.
Yeah, but so we
it's not a couch anymore, objectively. But it looks better. It looks better for you guys just to be sitting there.
So I want to put the couch back together. I like the couch because I can put my shit on it and everything. But we had that little small table that was in front of us for the longest time.
You could actually put your fucking beer on it and set it on the side.
Yeah. It was some drunk dipshit apparently broke that table over there. So shout out drunk dipshit.
Dude, it wasn't my fault.
But yeah, so the idea was like, this is like the best kind of comedy. Like you're sitting around with bullshit with people, riffing and everything. So like we said like I don't know, I'll just call it the comedy couch open mic experience because like we've had bands there, we've had like contortionists show up, magicians and shit.
I heard this cool therapist guy was there last week. Shout out to Dr. Oedipus Schadenfreude, wherever you may be.
No, I never heard of him.
Shut the fuck up. So
he's a friend of the show.
So I pitched it to the staff over there. I was like, hey, listen, I said this would be great. we did kind of get some left and right limits of what we can and can't do. I know we joked about it on the state, like no live animals, that kind of shit. It is a bar.
I was like, I didn't even know there was rules, and we've been doing this for years.
Yeah,
now.
there's loose rules. No explosions, pyrotechnics, live animals, that kind of
Contortionists
stuff.
anymore.
Oh, dude, that's
Did
their
the
problem.
contortionist get banned? Was it contortionist that got banned?
She was cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's Patty's problem. If security doesning catch him, I have no problem with them doing it.
It's like, as long as your tits aren't out, and as long as the tits are out, and I get to see them, then it's all fine. That's my impression of Patty is when shit happens. It's like, just leave my staff alone.
No, it is. I mean, it's a bar. There's food. There's alcohol. Yeah, so there you can't just drag a donkey in there. But so the whole idea was we will get as many comedians as there is possible. One of the things we talked about is you go to some open mics at some of the clubs, and it's just a marathon of like 30, 40, 45
doing 2 minutes,
all doing 3 minutes, bam, 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 bam. So I want to do, I would say, like quality over quantity. So I can fudge it a little bit and get 10 people in there.
Oh yeah, no, you and me are always going back and forth on math.
Well, no, I've seen you do nights where it's like you'll have it's like 8 people, or what's the it's usually like 8 to 10 with 8 minutes.
Yeah,
but you'll have some nights where you just you get like a whole fucking every killer comes in, then that's where they all decide to come in. So I've seen you go like 5 minutes.
That's what me and Mitch are sitting there like, fuck, dude. All right, so we have 12 people that are gonna absolutely murder.
Yeah.
Like probably do about
Taj
5,
Slim,
6
and all those guys
apiece.
show up.
Yeah, so the basic is just 8 people out of the bucket, 8-minute sets. I picked 8 minutes because if you're trying to open for somebody or build towards a feature set of 25, 30 minutes, if you can do several 8-minute killer sets over there, you just stitch that shit together.
Yeah,
and
you got a whole thing.
Or a feature right there.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, like Zach said, we will get the bucket and we'll start going through it, and we're like, okay, we have 10 people. We could do 8 minutes. Let's work with that. But if it goes 12 people, we're like, oh, we got to do 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So we'll usually run around and tell everybody, hey, listen, we all have the decision. We can all be grown-ups. Either you can run the risk of not getting picked from the bucket and do 8 minutes, or everybody can come out of the bucket and we can do 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So a lot of folks are flexible. I've only had one person that was like, "Oh, I prepped for 8."
Well,
sorry,
you could not go.
You could ruin it for.
Well, I did apologize for saying that to you. I'm sorry, but actually, I'm glad you said all that because this was just an ambush. Me and Zach want to host it sometime, and it would be cool. Zach and JP's burnout.
All right, this is not an ambush.
Yeah,
I had no idea he was about to do that.
I wrote it down and I circled it. He was supposed to see it, but we're learning how to communicate.
This is smoke bomb exit. Yeah.
What? Did I yell at you? I'm sorry. Oh shit, my bad. Greg. What? Oh, but no.
Did you just call him a Gregor?
No. I said sorry.
Is that like a slur towards Greg?
Oh, I think you're just making things up. I think it's gaslighting me into saying things. But no.
That was a hard R.
Yeah, dude, it's a Gregor.
Well,
It's Gregor.
they're called gingers, guys. Come on now. Let's be. He's not even ginger. Are you? You don't have red hair.
Oh, shit.
Oh God, no! He's gonna pull out the big.
For the kids at home, he was gonna show him his red hair.
Sergeant Major Wrinklebaum appeared for a second, whipped out his huge cock. It was nuts. He dropped the. We were talking about bombs being dropped earlier. Holy snap! We got a. Yeah, it's a wrinkle dong.
Every time he pulls his fucking dick out, all he hears.
Yeah, it's a wrinkle for every inch. Jesus Christ, how many wrinkles? Okay, but then So I actually want to talk to you about the family business. With you and your wife run a T-shirt business, and you actually printed my patented "Kick Me" T-shirts. I still have 2 you can purchase. I know you guys were I think she was talking about stepping up her shit after I bought those shirts. I wanted
really
to I wanted to ask about that.
Yeah. So everybody's got their side hustle, man, and.
Merch is a good one,
dude. Merch is a great one, And when I started looking at doing some merch purchase runs for the locals comedy, Casey just my wife, shout out to her. She's like, "Hey, I'll just make your stuff.
Yeah,
don't worry about it." So we invested some money in a really nice direct to film style, which is it's like this. It's much softer.
Oh yeah, dude. The shirts feel great. I love the fabric on. I my white ones I'll wear as undershirts.
Yeah.
Just because they love the material so you can it breathes so fucking
yeah. So
I was working on getting us. We're gonna. we're gonna get promotion deals with our people who do local businesses, and we're gonna do a promo for you on the show. And
then
we'll
talk about that later. Plug the merch, man. Yeah. So she started doing some merch runs for us, and it's called Famous NC, FAYMOUS, like famous type stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, she takes a lot of pride in what she does. We've had people who hit us up. We're like, oh, I'll just take some of those like cheap Gildan, like scratchy shirts, and like she'll be like, no, I can't do that. She only wants like the best quality to give to people, and if it's gonna have her company name on it for Famous NC in circulation, like she wants it to be a good product. And dude, she does all the design work, the print work for the shirts. We have like this, whole a whole operation in the house, right?
Like I've had them for like a year and a half now, I think, and they're still like I wear them all the time. Yeah. Like no wear and tear on them at all. Like they still look great. Yeah,
she's doing kick-ass coffee mugs now, stickers, buttons, pill cases.
Oh hell yeah, I could use those.
Is she printing is she doing labels for her sourdough? Like you've got a whole thing about her sourdough shit. Is that real? Like that? Can we peek behind the curtain? Is the sourdough addiction a real thing?
It's
sourdough
a real thing. Okay. Yeah, dude. So I did. I
can't judge anybody on that.
I can't even call it a joke. I did like a set about her sourdough shit recently, and like some portions of our dining room and kitchen look like a mad science lab in there.
Of course.
Because there's like shit growing in jars. There's like fermentation stuff. And she's in there talking about like feeding ratios and stuff. And I'm like, yo, you've got plants that are dying. Like, how are you feeding this sourdough with proper ratios of water and yeast and flour and all these alchemist type concoctions?
You guys have dogs, right?
We have.
Yeah, like the dogs are just like watching her mix their shit and just like, man, she puts so much care into their food.
Dude, no, our dogs are two of the most pampered dogs you can imagine.
So they're equally with the sourdough.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude.
But you do them. You pamper them also. So.
Yeah, dude. Okay. I have two dogs. Unfortunately, we're down to two. We had three this time last year. But yeah, I have a full size like OG from Mexico Chihuahua. So they're not as small as you think they are.
No,
he's a full size Chihuahua, and I got him from a shelter in Las Vegas, and he is just the chillest Chihuahua. He's the alarm system because like a house cannot squeak or creak or anything without that dog.
No, he's up your ass.
And then we have a monster of an Eastern European Shepherd who is an absolute it's a fur missile is what he is. But he's really chill. He's been through all the training and stuff like that, so he's a good dog. But yeah, back for the sourdough, that's a real thing, and I mean I benefit from it because like I'm the test subject,
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
I'm in there just mind my business,
just her little
watching
sourdough
TV or watching a race or doing comedy or whatever else, and it's just like, hey, this new concoction of you names it, sourdough with all this other crap like rosemary and poppy seeds and whatever else. She has like an everything bagel one, and like I don't even have to look. She's like, hey, try this, let me know what you think. I'm like, sourdough in.
Has she ever hit you, like smacked your ass, like hit you with a "What up, doughboy"?
She will now.
Yeah, she's gonna watch this. She's gonna be like, you know what? I like that.
She's gonna text me like, "What am I going?"
Hit you with maybe a finger goes. It's just I don't know how frisky. I don't want to.
This is good merch right there because you're like, I like the dough, or like I need the dough, or something like that. Yeah,
dude. When she bumped up the production for the T-shirt, she was like, I can do tie dye now. I'm like, yeah, but it's got to be a tie-dye shirt that you can clearly read, only gay cops search me. And she was just dead face, just like, I can do that.
Yeah. Dude, she talked about she goes, I have some UV paint. I can so where it won't look like it says anything until like black light hits it.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, exactly.
I keep thinking about taking one of my white T-shirts that I've got that's way too small and just writing "comedy is gay" on it, like just because, like I don't know. It's my firm stance that comedy is just the gayest thing in the world. But
I wouldn't say it's the gayest.
I mean, there is gay. There is gay porn,
it's
but
right
like
under gay sex.
Yeah, I think under gay sex, there's gay sex, comedy, music, three gayest things.
Yeah. I never really thought about that.
Pretty gay.
Yeah, it's like basically you're on stage, like love me, please, laugh at me. You know,
it made funny. It made funny.
Jerk my ego
And then
off, Daddy.
everybody's just doing what Louis C.K. did behind closed doors in front of everybody.
Yeah.
But but we judge Louis for it. What? Come on.
Here's my
people
secret.
pay money for
Here's
it.
the secret to having a good set, right? I don't know. I'm like 6 or 7 years into this now.
Yeah.
I found out that if I get really nervous before a show, like I'm not going to do so well. Like I did Good Nights for the Veterans Day, Memorial Day. It was several years ago. It was a good show, and got really nervous. I think I just kind of blew through my set. I found out that if like I find this really weird like not give a shit factor, like right before I go on stage, where it's like I know the material, whatever the fuck will happen, will happen. You know, it's great. For whatever reason, those are always the best shows. Whenever you're just kind of like, when you don't think about it, when you're not freaking out about it, you're just like, I know the material. I'll just spit it out. We'll see where this goes.
Yeah.
That's how you can tell that I'm nervous almost all of the time because I talk a million miles per hour.
Check your mic, Mitch.
Oh, am I rotating this way?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I'm talking to the side of it.
Oh, God.
Oh,
yeah.
That's why I started asking you, like, hey, man, how many Red Bulls are you in before you go on stage?
Yeah, and it used to be a lot, but now I'm like one a day, like but like still, like I'm naturally that amped up and just
like a one a day, like the old people like supplements. Like
like a one Red Bull a day. I've moved to one instead of because I stopped. Well, I originally quit smoking Red Bulls for a couple months.
Smoking Red Bulls.
Fuck. Yeah. I quit smoking Red
Now
Bulls.
it makes sense.
And then I stopped smoking cigarettes. All right, no, but I quit drinking so many Red Bulls. Like I quit drinking them cold turkey for like a couple months, and then we stopped smoking cigarettes. And then I was falling asleep at 9 o'clock at night, and I was like, I need something to keep me awake because I didn't realize how much work the cigarettes were doing for me.
The real secret is that he bought like the old school 2008 pre-workout, and he just stockpiled that for years.
Yeah.
So now he just wakes up in the morning and just.
You're talking about like the old like Jacqueline Hyde and Jack
Dude.
like that stuff.
When you don't sleep for 72 hours
people
after
would
taking
smuggle
a shot.
that shit into the desert. Like when I was on active duty, like people would get that stuff because it was banned. Like, but you're like, nobody's gonna drug test you when you're in the desert.
It should be handed to you if you're on active.
Yeah.
Like, dude, are you kidding me? Dude, I saw the mouse out there, quarter mile.
This is why I believe that the Vietnam War was the greatest war. Because you're out there in the woods in Vietnam, nobody's drug testing you. People out there just doing coke, smoking weed,
smoking a bunch of
dying in fucking spike pits.
Yeah,
what's it all for, man?
Yeah, so honestly, that should be fine. Like you should be out in the middle of nowhere. But I don't know, man. I don't make the rules. Just follow the rules. Whatever your people say, do.
Follow what rules you believe in.
Well, you know what? That's pretty fun because who was they say that the government killed because of Vietnam, according to this conspiracy theory. Because we wanted to go through some conspiracy theories.
I'm down conspiracy
see what
theories.
you thought of them. But apparently, the government didn't want JFK to end Vietnam, according to this very real conspiracy theory, and so they killed him. They were like, no, we're staying there. But that could be, the government killed JFK is the long and short of that conspiracy. What do y'all think about that one?
Here's the big question for you. Which government?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that is a good one.
It was clearly Iran, and that's why we have to get revenge on them. Right? No, like that's one I always think is like, I mean, of course the government's going to try to assassinate the president. Of course, what? No, it's crazed gunmen, obviously. No,
they would never do that.
What do y'all think about the moon landing? Let's move on from that one. Okay,
dude, you believe in the moon?
Oh shit, that's one too. Actually, the moon isn't real.
The moon is not real, dude.
No. Yeah. I want to do the JFK thing, right?
Okay.
So Lee Harvey Oswald, you guys know that he lived in Soviet Russia for a while, right?
Yes, I did.
I actually didn't.
He left the United States, and he was like a sharpshooter in the army, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I knew that.
Kind of radicalized, moved back for a while to the Soviet Union. Lots of weird money happened. Gets a job at the book depository, from a hookup to a hookup. And then, just pops the president. So that's why I had to ask
which government. Yeah, makes sense now.
I think it was Magneto. Yeah, I've seen X-Men First Class, and I think Magneto did.
I thought Chappelle nailed it. It was exactly who you think it is, but it was a magic bullet.
Yeah. No, I've got the whole bit about my cat thinking that.
What about aliens? Are aliens real?
Dude, you want to go deep on aliens?
We can go deep on aliens.
So the government says aliens are real. What do you think, America?
We can have like a bar graph, right here on how many people.
Whether you think aliens are real or not.
All two viewers think they're real.
I'll vote when I watch the episode back.
it's both views. It's JP and then JP's hijinks.
All right, come on now.
No, for aliens, bro. I'm like one of those. Like I kind of hope they're real.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. Like there's some interesting stuff. Like if you look back like far enough in history, like aliens is like nothing new, right?
Yeah.
No.
You go back to like Mesopotamia. You know,
I mean,
like
the pyramids.
I was just gonna say
People
they're
are
in
like
the pyramids.
like no.
Yeah.
I mean,
If you wanted some wild shit, you go back to like the Indus Valley of like ancient like Pakistan, India.
Yeah.
The
but there's
whole-
life
giant
most
fucking
likely
drawings
started.
on the ground. What the fuck? Like, who the fuck is that for? Like, if it's not for aliens, then who the fuck is that for?
No, it's okay. We'll get you a map. That you're thinking of the Peruvian Nazca line.
Yeah, those things are cool. Well, I only know about I knew about those as a kid, but then like Yu-Gi-Oh did a whole thing about them, so I was like, oh shit.
Johnny,
His education is all anime.
Anime is very insightful. They are a little obsessed with World War II though, which was like how I knew about the meth thing he was talking about before. I was like, that was Nazis.
Well, so for us, man, like whatever you believe, I don't give a shit. But you talk about like this country is only like what 250 years old. Like we're like
About
nothing.
1776.
Yeah, so we're like nothing as compared to like world history. I mean, like. Egypt's been a thing for thousands of years. Like Italy's been around for thousands of years.
But we're just way cooler.
Like, there could be ancient civilizations and like alien civilizations that are like millions of years ahead of us. Like 1776 was like what 5 or 6 people ago. Like that's not much.
Who is to say that that's like how old the galaxy needs to be to prove that there's other life?
Yeah.
What happens if you believe in like the early bird theory, which is like, yeah, life can happen on other planets, but guess what? We're in first place technologically right now.
We're number one.
Well, with the infinite theories, I mean, infinite universe, it could be like
What if we're in a multi?
This could be as good as it gets.
One of these theories has the Earth fell into a black hole. I don't remember where that one is, but apparently that's a theory that a conspiracy theory that people have is that the Earth has already fallen into a black hole.
Another good one for fucking aliens too is like the Great Filter theory. Which is, it's just the universe is too fucking big, man. We're not picking up anybody because they're that fucking far away.
If you want to have your mind blown and you're really into like space stuff, if you start looking into what the James Webb Space Telescope is finding out there,
it's crazy.
Yeah,
dude.
so with Hubble, we were only able to see like so far back.
No, dude, we're like seeing shit happen from like the beginning of time.
Yeah, they're like, hey, we think the universe is like 13 billion years old, and like you're getting some of these images back from James Webb. And they're like, ooh, we might be off by like a few billion years. And you're like, oh, okay, it's not 13.6, it's actually 13.8, or it's like 14.2. Like, that's not a few years, bro. Like, that's billions of years of
That is more than we have for our planet history.
Yeah.
Like,
we were like a piece of dust.
And that's just in the way we tell time. Like, imagine getting out there and then, like, you fucking... Yeah, that's why I don't like to think about space too much, because when you start thinking about, like, time dilation and shit, that's when I'm
a huge advocate for the fucking dark forest theory. And there are plenty of aliens out there, but none of them are making their presence known. It's like the whole you're stuck in a dark forest. You're gonna start running around making noise, attracting predators.
Yeah.
No, you're gonna sit down and shut the fuck up and pray nothing eats you.
Yeah.
One of the craziest things that broke my brain talking about time is you get like some of those like late night bar conversations, and I'll never forget this when I was sitting on this like pier area. I lived in Virginia at the time. I was out there with some of my friends, and like we're closing down the bar, like last call type thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, look at the time. I gotta get out of here. And a buddy of mine, he's several years older than I was. He was like, you know what, man? We invented time. Before us, there was no measurement of time. Like, who cares what an hour is, what a second is, what a day is?
That sounds so fucking stupid, but it's so fucking profound because man invented time.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the concept that we made up so we can be like, oh, shit, that fucking sun. All right.
Yeah, so like before that, who gave a shit what a light year was?
All right, when it's up there, it's 12. All right. We'll start counting at 1 when it's there.
I was like, you know what? I think it's time for me to go home. Like, I can't
do this anymore.
It broke my brain. He's like, yeah, we invented time.
You got me 12 beers ago. I would have been in on that.
The biggest joke for me with time is putting the 12 at the top. For me, that's the funniest fucking joke. Because why isn't it 1? Why isn't it 1?
Because noon is the sun's right above you. So I went.
Why is noon? Why is that not just 1?
Because we made it that way.
I know.
We made it.
Why? Why is it that? Why that's so fucking stupid? But why isn't 1 at the top?
I like
you know
this.
what I mean?
found a new way to piss.
Yeah,
John
that's so
off.
dumb. Like, why not just put 1 at the top where it belongs, and then But is it because we don't want 12 to be like that
John,
weird?
You're
Big.
thinking too small. Why do we need clocks at all?
Yeah, we don't. We have phones.
I'm gonna text
it's
you
just like,
every day.
It's just like your teacher. It's just like your teacher telling you you're not gonna have a calculator. You need this math, bitch. It's on my phone. I have the time. I have the curvature of the Earth on my phone. Shut up.
Whoa.
No, I'm sorry. I hate the '90s now.
Flat
Do you
Earth.
fuck with Chat GPT? You got Chat GPT?
No, I haven't fucked with too much AI because I don't.
you?
Yeah, mostly just AI pornography.
AI freaks you out? You're an AI?
Nah, it's just I've got too much shit to distract me. I don't need like if I start fucking with AI bullshit, I know I'll spend all day fucking with it. Like you know what,
Dude,
you know what I mean?
spent about an hour last night, or no, 2 nights ago, watching this video. It's a video game that these kids made, and it's got like billions of planets on it, right? And like some planets have life, some are barren, all this other shit. These plants growing, you got animals, you got civilizations, you got people. They're injecting AI into it now.
Yeah.
What are they doing with the AI? Like, what is the whole idea of injecting the AI?
They want to see what happens.
Oh shit!
What the fuck if that's what we are?
That's one of my conspiracies here too. Is that we're all living in the Matrix, and I'm like, yeah, I bet that was a conspiracy
Very
theory.
fucking possible.
Yeah, I wonder how big was that theory before the Matrix, though. You wonder.
Yeah,
we don't know.
Yeah, there wasn't Lex Friedman talked a lot about that one. With the whole simulation theory, he's like, yeah, it's probably like if crazy people like that and like Elon Musk are like, it's possible. We might be able to. Who knows?
I mean, yeah, but like with how willing we are to go into a simulation as it is, like to play video games and shit, like I don't think that like anybody would need to trick us into being like,
yeah.
No, we weren't tricked. It's just been so embedded in our history that we don't know.
It's tricky.
If this is a simulation, right? I think whatever's on the outside of the simulation, we are currently on the night shift. And the unpaid intern is just fucking with the settings right now. They're like, hey, let's this guy who's on TV, let's just make him president. And then after that, we'll just make like crazy shit going on.
This past 100 years
we'll
has
just
been
shoot
like
a gorilla. People will freak out. Like, let's just shut down their society for a year, see what the fuck happens.
I believe
it's
if
just messing with the settings at this point.
No,
I feel like if
you Trump, are you taking notes?
we're in a of course he is.
It's just stuff I want to say, so I can say it when I get excited, so I don't blurt it out.
He's gotten good at it. He's a professional now.
Yeah, I'm trying to get this so I don't just talk over people constantly.
But the whole multiverse thing, I think if we were on like in a multiverse, what really fucked our existence up was in 2016 when they shot that goddamn gorilla.
Yeah.
Because nothing has been the same since.
We did it off Harambe.
I still pull my dick out every day for that.
Yeah, dude.
Man.
Somebody told me
gorilla.
the whole simulation theory. They're like, hey, dude, 2020 was planned. They needed to shut the globe down so they can do a software update on the whole simulation.
Oh shit!
So, like, we can't have people out there just walking around seeing.
Yeah, they're gonna
updates.
see the fucking park disappear.
What I got is that 5G was caused by cancer and COVID, or causes cancer and COVID. Zach, why did you say that? Like, why do you believe that? So
I don't believe in that because I don't believe in 5G.
All right, I don't even know what 5G is. What the fuck is 5G? Can somebody?
5G is the 5th generation of cell phone technology.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's way less cool.
Nerd.
Than I thought it was gonna be like some 5th dimension. I was like, I'm still fucking with the 3rd dimension that I'm in. Like, we haven't even got to the 4th. God damn it!
The fact
John
that
thought
you
we were
can pull down
jumping
the
in.
internet into your phone now. Like, you can just be walking around the woods and. Like, oh, I wonder what the weather's going to be like today. And it's just in your, like, in this thing.
You can go in the woods.
Spoiler alert, hot.
But then if you go, like, you drive in between cities, it's like, I don't know where the fuck you are. So it's just like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, I'm
Like,
trying to get to the next town.
When I'm cruising around with my, like, my dad or anybody, like, like, older, like, I would say, like, pre-GPS, like, they had to, like, know how to get places.
Yeah.
Like,
No, they had a
I don't
map.
know. Like, I just put the address into my shit.
Yeah.
And, like, whatever it tells me to do. He's like, oh, you can get there a few minutes faster if you cut through there. I'm like, nah, it's whatever this bot is telling me to do.
Dude, my wife
I'm
does
just gonna
that
do it.
shit to me all the time.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Just
do
go
it.
here. Oh, that's cool. My phone says go left. I'm going left. I don't
Yeah.
know what to tell you.
Like, I remember, like, I think, like, we're that generation. Liz, you're in your 30s, right? Also,
Yeah, I'm 38.
38.
So,
Okay, so you're at the generation to remember the fucking fun thing of MapQuest and how like small of a time it was, because it was road maps.
Shout out to our producer
5
Greg,
to
who's
10 years period
heartbreaking
of
right now.
MapQuest, and then Google Maps has been since then, because it's like MapQuest tried so hard to be like, I am the next map. I am the next
They
thing.
were.
And they were for a
6
minute.
months.
And then Google took them out behind the woodshed and shot them. And they were like, now we have a map on everybody's phone. It's just like the map that was in everybody's car, but it's way better. It's
Yeah,
now
dude, I'm part of the generation of like
space.
where I had to learn how to like read hard copy maps.
Yeah, I did
Like,
too.
My dad had
but
several maps in.
In my car.
My mom had that too, because my mom was like, you know, she's old as shit, but like, as soon as MapQuest was a thing, she was like, read the instructions, tell me where to go, read the
And
instructions.
print it off
You're
for
not
there and
reading
back.
them right. Where is the road? You didn't find the road. And it's like, Mom, I don't have GPS. I didn't know at the time that I wasn't equipped with the GPS that the computer has. So I didn't know to say in 2 miles, take a right on, you know, like all I could do is.
So the thing was too with the maps, right? That's only good until they close the road. You know, like
Yeah,
a lot of
then
my
you're
family's from,
fucked.
like,
Or a
Western North
hurricane
Carolina.
destroys it or something. Yeah.
Yes.
Like, because I remember, like, also, fuck maps. Whoever made maps is an asshole. Because have you ever unfolded a map and then tried to refold it? Like, that shit is.
That's fair.
You just
That's
follow
fair.
the folds. It's just you just put the
I'm
fold
fucking
back
hard
on the-
of learning. Like, it's hard for me
fold
to
back
do.
on the- dude, it's not that
I
hard.
don't know.
You put the
No, it
fold
is. It is.
on the fold.
You got to remember, he grew up when he had class. They had show and tell every day.
My mom had a laminated map. It was like you could fold it like the way you fold it didn't matter. It
he had
was
a
weird.
class
you had to, like,
pet.
you had to like hold the pieces together so that way you could actually see where the roads went.
What are you talking?
My mom was a nut. Like, I don't know.
You
Half
you
of
have-
his classmates had helmets. The other half were licking the
That's
window.
not true. They all had helmets and I was homeschooled. All right, but anyways,
Let's see, like did you have the style math that you have to like put into like a scroll, is it a Dead Sea Scroll?
I was
like
a history
like
major,
Torah,
come on.
And you gotta unroll it in the car.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
good
yeah.
at history and English.
No, and I was taught how to read maps. Like I said, like a lot of my family's out from like Western North Carolina, out in the mountain areas. And if you get a mountain road that's closed, like
You're
like,
fucked.
You got to find a new way.
How you gonna get there?
Yeah, so like like you said, like my dad had several maps just in the glove box.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey boy, find me another route. And I'm like, where are we at right now? And no, I learned. pretty
Follow me.
No, it's like
I
no.
learned
My
pretty
mom
quick.
had like this one laminated map of like the general area, like because she used it all the time.
Fayetteville?
Yeah, no, it was Greensboro. It was like Greensboro,
Fayetteville's not that
Winston
big,
Salem, but like, and it was easy for me to figure it out because I don't know, it was just a little small part. But then she had the big map that was all of North Carolina, and that was the one I was like, fuck. And then like you keep folding and it's like it just keeps unfolding and it's like that fucking it's like I think it was a Nightmare on Elm Street movie that like where he's just opening a map and it just keeps opening. But that's how it felt with that map, especially when I was like 5 and didn't know how to do anything.
Yeah.
And like
Which brings me
hyperactive
to
as
my
shit.
next segment. Kids, do not do drugs.
I was damn it! I still only smoke weed. All right. God damn it! What? So you got some of these cards that you brought with you, Mitch? What
Yeah,
what are
I
these?
did.
What are these?
So I didn't. I said, hey, we're not going to run out of shit to talk about.
No,
I
we're
don't
not.
care if we go for 2 hours, 3. I don't give a shit. But I brought some questions, and I even wrote question on the back.
Oh shit!
So
It's a show.
What you
man.
got? Hit me.
so I had a few would you rather's.
Okay.
Yeah,
let me see what you
we can
got.
dive deep into the would you rather's.
Absolutely. Let's
All
do
right.
it.
So would you rather do 15 minutes of material at your ex's wedding or at her funeral?
Ooh, that one's rough. Wedding, because that means that there's still optimism for her, and I want to ruin that.
Yeah.
At the funeral.
You going with that
You
funeral?
going funeral, Greg?
Yeah, Greg's going with
Ruin the
funeral.
family.
Okay, he wants to do it to ruin the
He
family.
could bomb one last time in front of her. It's just,
What about you, John?
Wedding because I get along with all my exes and I'm generally friends with all of
aren't
their.
you? You're, a
You're
great
too
guy.
much of a nice guy, dude. No.
Yeah.
I would totally just tear her apart at her wedding. I'm gonna fucking run the light too. I'm not gonna lie.
So in the back, just waving you down.
No, the way I've gotten back at most of my exes is just becoming really good friends with their whoever they get with after me. So it's just like I'm still gonna be in your
Dude,
life.
you do sit in a cuck chair.
Yeah, dude, you're
psychopath.
You're like the opposite cuck. You're like, what would an opposite cuck?
It's like, dude,
be?
let me just watch you guys have sex now. I don't even want her anymore. Like, what do y'all
Isn't that
doing?
just a bro?
I just like to be a bro. I'm just glad my bro's getting pussy. You know, it's
I
like,
don't know, man. I've got some bros, and I'm not like, yo, let me watch you guys bang.
No,
like,
yeah.
What?
John's over there just like updating his Twitter or
like,
whatever
dude,
else. You know?
they're killing
Live
out.
stream.
I'm just playing my game on my phone. Like, you guys can keep going on. Like,
They're
I'm
playing
not worried
Snake.
about it.
You're
Yeah,
just like,
I'm
whatever.
playing Marvel Snap.
I think I'll do wedding. I'll do wedding as
You do
well.
wedding?
Wedding.
Why?
Yeah, I would do wedding because, like, I don't know, like a lot of I've been married for so long, like a lot of my exes I don't even know that well
Yeah.
anymore. But I think I would just want to do like one last roast session to let that bitch know where I stand.
That's
You
fair.
know,
That's what I'm
like-
saying. I got shit I want her to know while she's alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, hey, listen, I'm glad that you settled, for second best. It's all downhill after us. You've gotten fat. You've gotten ugly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And you're a whore.
Imagine just trying to get a room of grieving people to laugh. Like you're just like, man, I've got 15 minutes of just killer material, and y'all are just crying.
Oh, dude,
like,
I
what the
bombed
fuck?
for longer. I don't give a shit.
See, that's my thing. Which is like y'all aren't digging any of my. So what do I got
You
next?
could do like only funeral home joke, which is like,
so urns are cool.
like, man, I was driving into the place. People are just dying to get in here.
The line here was horrible.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, well, this audience is just stiff.
Oh,
Wow.
God.
Wow.
Are you,
Raise
am
your
I the
hand
only
if
one?
you're having a good time.
Am I stiff or is it just the deceased? Come on, everybody.
Yeah.
Makes it easy for me.
What's the deal with all these dead people? All right, so would you rather have all of your inner thoughts be out loud
Oh, John, you're already done with
or fart every time you lie? And I'm not talking about a squeaker. I'm talking like
Fart every time I lie.
it is
Every time,
just
hands down.
ungodly loud.
Fart
Honestly-
every time I lie. Because I fart all the time anyway. I'd probably fart less. I'd
If
probably.
you had asked me this about a year ago,
Yeah.
I would have said, dude, I would rather just all my inner thoughts be out.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been hanging out with JP for way too long now.
All his inner thoughts are out anyways.
No, they're
Yeah,
not.
exactly.
That's the problem. You don't want all of my inner thoughts.
Oh
out.
shit, that's fair.
Yeah.
I was gonna say John does it a bunch anyway, and like I couldn't handle that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said it last time. I said it I think twice now. Like John is just like banging on the glass trying to get himself to stop talking, and he can't.
So yeah, for everything I'm saying, there's me in the background saying "stop it," or me in the background saying "good job," and then there's me in the a further background saying
No.
"say." He's just dropping the F word like a motherfucker. Just-
Yeah, I'm going with fart every time you lie as well.
I'm going fart, dude.
Yeah.
Oh.
This just be funny.
I think
Farts are funny.
Yeah. Hey, Mitch, you're a great guy.
Zach, I love your legs. Burn.
Yeah, like you could have fun with that.
And honestly, to be able to like
People really
fart
like
on
me.
command
Burn.
like that, like if you're like a public bathroom, you're just
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Like that's one place like I will never be mature enough. I could be
dude.
in my 60s, 70s, doesn't matter. If I'm in a public bathroom and you tuba fart into that toilet, I'm
laughing.
Anytime somebody rips one or like destroys the bathroom at Patty's, I will address it when I go up. Like if they do it before I go up and I go in there to pee, I will be like,
Okay,
I don't know who fucking is
I've
destroying
heard
the
you
toilet.
do that. I thought that was a bit. I didn't realize that you do that every time.
Yeah, I try to. Anytime I hear, it's because it's always funny, and then I can always suss out who did it when I see the reaction after I say the shit. Because like there'll be a guy who's like, it's like it's him
Guilty.
But, yeah,
I'd be fucking lying
it's
to
fun.
myself in the bathroom the whole time. Like I got a big dick.
But dude, okay, so here's my thing. Here's what I like about that one. Like, say you got horrible indigestion for the day, like you ate some horrible shit, and you're just like, man, my stomach feels great. Burn. Oh, that felt horrible. Burn. Like.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
I think
relieve
you
yourself.
can't tell anybody. They're like, oh, I got to get out of here. I got to take my dog to the vet. I don't think you can tell anybody. That's
but
a
you have
secret.
to you have to keep it secret.
I would tell
though.
everybody because it doesn't matter. Because how I argue with my wife is I just gaslight her anyway. So
You're the problem. And then you say you're the problem, but you don't fart. You're like, oh, so you're telling the truth.
the one time.
Oh no.
No, dude, I go in on it too. I don't give a fuck.
Oh my gosh.
Hit me with another one. What else you got? These are good.
Would you rather? This one's kind of silly. I got this one from the
Oh
internet
no, not
today.
silly. All right,
No,
if it's not
si-
silly, don't do
Would
silly.
you
It's
rather have
serious.
spaghetti for hair,
Ooh.
or sweat maple syrup?
That is a good one.
Yeah.
Considering I'm been really thinking about shaving my head this year, I think
go
I'm
macaroni.
still gonna go with spaghetti hair.
Yeah, you can go macaroni. If you shave your head, go short. It's just like the little tiny noodles.
Little braids, yeah, like fucking rotinis.
Yeah,
Like,
little
yeah.
rotinis.
I think sweating syrup would be fun in some instances. Yes, it would. Imagine
not
getting
for
launched
me.
from a catapult
Not for me,
onto a wall. Just
dude. Okay, with how much I sweat, I would not want.
you don't
to.
gotta tell me, bro.
Though, yeah,
I put a shirt on and I was like, man, we gotta turn the fucking AC
Yeah,
down
yeah.
in here. I'm fat as shit.
I would be.
Just saying, if you're sweating maple syrup, like all these birds and shit are gonna come
Yeah.
after you.
Yeah.
But if you got
Free food.
spaghetti for hair, you got Italians
Okay.
running around trying to lick your
Oh
hair.
shit!
Yeah.
But
I already
but you
got
shave
that.
okay, with that you can just shave your head. If you can't shave your sweat. And I'm just all I'm thinking about with the sweaty maple syrup is my sweaty balls immediately because
Oh, yeah.
immediately
It'd never work out.
Dude,
I could
how
never do any-
satisfying would it be just to
Win because of how I know
Every
how,
time your wife pisses
I
you
know how
off.
sweaty my balls are, dude. Like they're
Like
just
pocket
like,
sand, like
I
pocket
would
sand.
I would just be like
Syrup dick.
encrusted in fucking maple syrup. I'd be syrup filled right now. Like I just have trousers filled with syrup, and it'd be gross. And I'd
We
be
just know where you
uncomfortable.
are. Like, damn it, JP's been here again. Like, this
I've got
Oh,
yeah,
you
like
tell.
yes,
Syrup,
exactly.
syrup,
I got
syrup.
sweaty. I'm naturally just like I got high metabolism, so I'm naturally sweaty anyways.
Yeah.
So like that's part of why I cut my hair.
I would
You'd
go
be like
into
a
combat
snail.
sports. If I could sweat
Oh,
maple
that'd be-
syrup.
yeah,
Because
okay.
like I would just immediately start
All
doing
right.
like jujitsu.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
or, like,
yeah.
some sort of like where it's like you gotta like you
Lock
get in
up.
there.
See, if I was a rock climber, I'd want to sweat maple syrup. Yeah, like
You would
because then
trick a lot of bees though.
yeah.
Like, that'd be
Ah,
pretty bad.
well, not that high up.
Question, just head hair?
Yeah, spaghetti for spaghetti
Oh,
for
for hair. That's-
Ooh, my leg hair is also spaghetti.
your-
Ooh,
yeah,
okay.
your
Yeah, my
balls.
ball. Well, see, once again, spaghetti can just come off. Maple syrup will stick.
Yeah.
Like, because maple spaghetti, like, think of how easy. Like, is it cooked spaghetti or is it raw spaghetti?
I'll go cook.
Okay,
I
because
would
if
have
it's
to
cooked
say
spaghetti,
it's cooked.
yeah, if it's
I'd
cooked
have
spaghetti,
to.
think of how malleable cooked spaghetti is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the
Not bad.
best.
It's just like air. It's like honestly less coarse hair.
Yeah.
Just
But
thicker hair.
This combat sports thing, I think you just like nobody's gonna want to fight that. Nobody's gonna want to get
Yeah.
in there. And
Yeah,
try
I
to
dude,
agree.
you're
fight
gonna
that.
have to sweat maple
Yeah, you're
syrup
gonna be like,
to
hey,
do
that's
it.
the sweat. That's a syrup guy.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
like whole wrestling gimmicks based off of like the nasty, gross guy. You know, like what was it? King Kong was it King Kong
King
Bundy?
Kong Bundy, yeah.
King Kong
And
Bundy
then you
was
had,
like, just like the
George
gross,
the
hairy
Animal
guy.
Steel.
Yeah, George the Animal Steel is who I'm thinking of. Just the
Yeah.
gross guy who's like, I'm sweaty and hairy and gross. Blah, you know, like
Honestly-
Jack was like that too.
Yeah.
Jack, he's got like a little grungy, a little nasty, a little whatever. Yeah.
I'm just now all I can think of is George the Animal Steel covered in maple syrup, and
Eating
I
a
am
fucking turnbuckle.
horny.
Yeah,
All right,
'cause he had a lot of body hair.
Yeah,
yeah.
A lot of body hair just caked in.
He was a
imagine if he had
teacher,
maple
too.
syrup and spaghetti hair. Gross.
Dude, that would just be another combat sport that me and Mitch
that would
watch.
just be Ryan Minton. Shout out
Mitch
Ryan
fucking got me hooked on fucking phone booth boxing, car jitsu.
Oh my
What was
God.
the other stupid ones we watched
So
together?
we watched. I think we got to use the technical term. We watched Little People Slap Fighting one night.
yeah.
So that was we did that. Like I said, the show we did up at Good Nights for veterans. We were in the back, and RJ was hosting it, and like some people back there, like playing PlayStation and all that.
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
like
they're
that
just
back in
chilling.
the green room. I was like, you guys are a bunch of pussies. Like, let's put something on funny, and then I put on slap fighting.
Yeah.
And
Excellent
so
choice.
it was like female slap fighting, like best of slap fighting, and then like the next video on YouTube was like little people slap fighting.
Beautiful.
And we were in there just howling.
Yeah.
And we actually, so RJ had to walk back there as the host. It was like, hey, like I can hear you guys out there just screaming, laughing and shit.
Shut the
and then he
fuck
just looks at the TV and goes, okay, I've seen a lot of fucked up stuff in this green room, but this might be the most weird thing I've ever seen on this TV in the green room at the comedy club is little people slap fighting.
Dude, I remember my drummer from my old band. He was one of those guys who would just like fucking bomb you with terror on the internet.
Oh,
he was
yeah, one of those people.
Yeah,
Check out this beheading video before we go on stage.
my favorite one that he sent me was the jar guy, and I don't want to say anymore.
Yeah.
But all I can hear is the guy's in my head is forever. Yeah, and
You see like the Guess Who's Back videos like that's been on Instagram recently, where it's like the John Cena song, everything like that, and it's like you forgot about me, and it's just like these like two like bare
Legs.
feet like a jar, and it's like Guess Who's Back, and then it cuts off, and I'm like,
I hate that.
My like everybody who was like
Please, no.
early internet, like
Yeah.
when 4chan was like still kind of underground.
That's what he was on all
Everybody
the time.
understands
Yeah.
that reference, and I was like, you know what? I'm done with the internet for the day. Like that's enough internet for me.
Cam.
I'm so glad he didn't fall down some weird become like some yeah. But what's your next one?
So I threw this one out because this one's kind of a cheesy one.
What you got? No, don't
So-
read that one.
So
Read the good one.
the other one.
This one.
So this one, it's a comedy based one.
Boo.
It says, "Would you rather bomb on a set on the Tonight Show, or would you rather just kill at a prison show?"
Oh, kill at a prison show.
Yeah.
I couldn't
No.
do any set
Dude.
on a fucking daily television.
I would love to bomb on the Tonight Show.
I'm not clean at all. You
Because
guys
Jimmy
know
Fallon would
this.
still laugh. Jimmy Fallon would still laugh at you.
None of my material is clean enough. I'd rather be like, as soon as he gets in here, that's my boyfriend.
Yeah, but that's one of the things. Like, I don't care if I like touring is cool. Like, I like if I did arenas or whatever. Like, I don't know what the fuck it has me in the future for comedy. But if I can get Ryan Minton on the Tonight Show,
That'd be funny
to
as
do a
shit.
set, that would make my entire comedy life just
No.
complete.
I just-
and just
The whole set will just be
You go
beep.
to prison after bombing?
I don't know if you go to prison after bombing, but I think I'd rather bomb the Tonight Show. Because I think the interview afterwards, you'd be like, well, that was weird.
No,
and
I would.
You could recover.
I would bomb it. I would wear a suit and have a Conan O'Brien T-shirt underneath it that says "Fuck Jay Leno." It'd be like, sorry, I'm from like 20 years ago. My bad, you guys. This is relevant, like a while ago. Now Conan's retired. It's fine.
No, I think I'd probably go to prison though. It'd be great. I'm gonna head there anyway eventually.
Yeah. Although I would say, oh, God, yeah, guys. I mean, bombing on the Tonight Show. People are gonna talk to you about you for like a week. You're gonna have your at least 15 minutes of fame, but
prison. If you kill at a prison, they're gonna be like, dude, 15 years ago,
dude, he killed so hard in here they put him in here. Like,
yeah. Johnny Cash did it. Ali Sadiq did it too. Comedian.
Yeah.
How many?
Talk about bombing though. You guys ever been on a show where like you're like halfway through the card or whatever, like for an open mic, and somebody before you just eats shit?
Oh, I love it.
I've been that guy.
How do you guys recover from somebody who just like, ooh, well,
it's so much easier.
That was an uncle touched me on my no spot joke.
No, I love it because I know that I can get them back.
That's easier for me than being the one who's actively eating the shit because because I can just come up and be like, just not address it and just get them back, but if I'm like, if they're not digging what I'm doing, then Zach's seen it, like I get in my head about it. Like it could just be like slightly not as good as I think it's, or I could just be completely wrong about how it's going too. And I'm just like, like
if John does like a show and 15% of it's bad,
yeah,
he thinks of it as like 65% of it's bad.
And that's why part of why I think comedy's so gay, because a lot of it is bombing and like it's just the shit dick you got to eat, and I'm just like, I don't want to eat it.
Oh, dude, I've bombed so many times now where I'm literally the only one laughing at my shitty jokes that nobody else found.
You
funny.
And Ryan Minton, shout out to Ryan Minton. Like Zach will tell a joke and then you're back in the room. That's what I love. If like anybody at any club, if Ryan's there and somebody does a joke that just it's too much, you'll just hear.
Dude, I think it was the last couch when I was making the joke about the guy with the swastika tattooed in the middle of his chest, and you hear the one person in the back of the room just nice.
Dude, that was another comedian.
I know.
That was another comedian.
I went back there and I had to find out who it was. So I shouted out Ryan.
Because it was like a different comedian. That's why he's like, I heard Ryan. I'm like, what's it him?
No, I pinned it down. I'm not sure if I can say who it is, but two people that it was supposed to be or could have been were both on this show.
Oh, okay.
I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Yeah, I did say that. I'm sorry about
That's a nice picture of a car, though, right, guys?
Oh yeah. Shout out to success
story. Yeah, hopefully he didn't cheer on a swastika joke.
Yeah,
Mike.
But
on Juneteenth at that too. Like
I had a we used to do the open mics over there at Dirtbag.
Yeah, way back in the day.
Yeah, that's where I met you at.
Yep. Yeah. Now I met you and Cedric the same time.
Yes. So it was, I don't know, I was maybe like a year into it over there.
Where's Dirtbag?
It's out there in Hope Mills.
Okay.
Well, it's Grace Creek now.
Yeah, that's the big. Okay, I know where Dirtbag was. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were doing
why don't they do comedy
out there on the patio when they used to let us do it on the patio.
It was the best nights were the patio nights.
Yeah, and I don't remember who it was. I think he moved out of town. Oh yeah, I remember that guy's name. I won't say because he stole all my jokes. I almost fucked him up in the parking lot. Don't do that. Don't steal jokes.
Shout out to stealing jokes. Yeah, don't steal jokes in the parking lot.
Shout out to Carlos Mencia.
But that's like an unwritten thing. Like just don't nobody does that shit. Like this guy didn't know what he was doing, and he'd been to several mics. But
was he a doctor by chance?
Doc.
You would know because he makes a bunch of jokes about it back then.
Oh yeah.
Was it him?
Yeah, I think
that motherfucker stole one of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, so he was on right before me, and like it was terrible.
Yeah.
And like I didn't even have anything prepared. I just went after him. I was like, "Oof, boy, wow." And like the audience already knew, like it was like this like weird tension of like, wow, that was wild, and like just acknowledging
this doesn't seem like comedy.
Yeah, just acknowledging it, dude. The whole room erupted. The whole room erupted in laughter. I was like, wow, okay. Like now we got that out of the way. Yeah, that was my beloved titty milk joke that we ripped off.
Oh hell no.
That I haven't done in a while. I had somebody actually just the other day ask me about the titty milk joke. If I will do the titty milk joke again for the show in August. I was like, yeah, sure.
You should.
Yeah,
I don't.
joke.
I don't care if I say this actually because fuck them, because the person has said that I've ripped off the podcast idea from them. But I've heard somebody say that rip off your fucking jumping out with being a taller guy joke.
Oh, somebody ripped that joke off.
I've
me
heard
too.
that also from somebody else. I'm not going to say who they are, but fuck them.
We'll talk about that after the show.
Yeah, I'll tell you after this. Yeah, but fuck.
How do you steal that joke? You got to be above like
Right?
6'3" to steal that joke.
He's not. Yeah, that's why it
I'm
pisses me off.
6'4". Yeah, there's not a lot of people.
You got to be
jumping
at
there.
least 6'3" to steal that joke.
This is something I wanted to, because you do great. Your fucking mannerisms for Trump, like you have a good fucking Trump impression. I would say you have a good manner. You can do his cadence really well.
Coming
which is
from
something
John, that's pretty high up.
but I've been working. I just sent it to them the other day. It's like because you know how Trump's got like that Sylvester's voice going on. Like he's got that like little bit of
He's
this
got, like,
going
a
on. Like
little phlegm.
yeah, he's got this thing going on. So I've just been playing up his voice and just adding this to it. I think it's so much fun. I love it. People are saying it's great, and I think that it's great. Also, Zach said that it's the best thing he's heard, and I'm having so much fun with it. That's my new Trump. I haven't heard anybody else do it like that. Also, with the phlegm. So it's just like
I think it's all in the exhale when you do it.
A lot of it is just I just act like a giant school nerd.
Pull back the phlegm a little bit.
But no, that's what
You gotta pull back
I'm
the
overplaying
phlegm.
it.
I think if you pull back the phlegm, you're there.
I'm overplaying it
It's the
just for
hands.
the
You gotta do the hands.
yeah. Need
I
the
do
hands.
explain that to
I
him.
need the hands, but I can't do the hands all the time because the hands. I can't. I like overplaying it, just like it's like my Trump. So it's
You could tell when he was studying Trump that he never paid attention.
yeah.
He just
It was
listened.
always listening, and it was usually listening to other people's
'Cause I had
impressions.
to tell him like 8 times, like John, you got to do the hands.
I forget
You got to do
the
the
hand.
hands.
I didn't even practice. I mean, I don't know, practice a little bit. We were again at home. Call back to the sourdough, and Casey's like, "Hey, so how do you like that?" I'm like, "This sourdough is amazing. All American ingredients. A lot of ingredients come from overseas, China.
China.
We love China.
Yeah, I like just throwing it out there once in a while, like at the comedy couch. Like Heather and I will get each other worked up about something.
Yeah.
Usually, what I try to do is get her to like scream laugh at least once while we're there, because we have this thing going back and forth, and I know that if I snort laugh,
She's
she
gonna
will
call
lose
you on
control. If I'm like laughing, I go like that,
Yeah.
she will fucking lose control on the stage. And I always try to get. She's always like the proper one. Like we don't even like for the couch. Like we don't even like play this up at all. Like when she comes, like she's very well dressed.
Yeah.
Looks, like hair's perfect, makeup's perfect, dress perfect. And I'll just show up in like jeans
Like
and a
this.
t-shirt. Yeah. And she's like, "You fucking men in comedy. Like you can just get away with this." I'm like, you could too. But like we've got this weird like dynamic back and forth, and like I just try to get her to like break character as much as possible. Which it's not even a character. Like that's like
who
I
she
hang out
is.
with her like outside of comedy and stuff like that, and like that's just her. Like we could just go to like meet like let's go grab a drink somewhere as like a group and hang out, and like she's just like dressed to the nines. Like I'm in gym shorts and a pullover.
She did the same thing for her boyfriend's retirement party.
Yeah.
Dude,
I was just like, why?
Yeah, so I try to. I know what the quickest way to get her to break is doing the Trump thing.
dude, yeah.
But my new one though around the house when I was just want to talk to my wife. If you guys have watched the new Nosferatu movie,
Yes.
Yeah,
so
John's
I'm
been
all
all
doing the
over it.
Nosferatu around the
Oh, you
house.
do the
right?
Nosferatu.
Yeah, so like we're getting ready to go to bed. Like I'm going to bed. Would you like me to bring you some water to the bedroom?
My wife's got perfect. Shout out to my wife with her perfect small tits, but she's got like the perfect small tits for me to be like, I'm going to put the whole titty into my mouth and drink deep.
Did you really just call your wife out right in the middle of this podcast?
She knows what she's got.
For the Nosferatu movie, great, right?
Dude.
So we watched it in the Market Fair Theater before
Same.
I got stabbed over there.
Nice.
So like
That's a
the
fun
movie was
movie.
great except like one scene. Like we could have done the entire scene, the entire movie without the Dracula penis. I'm not sure why.
Oh, yeah, I forgot the
That was
Dracula-
100% necessary.
I don't think it was necessary.
I
Like
forgot
he
the
comes
Dracula
out of the
penis.
coffin.
Yeah, he
spoiler alert,
does.
Comes out of the coffin, levitating. It's a big scene. Oh, he's resurrected. He's gonna fuck you up. And they pull back like the biggest Dracula dong I've ever seen.
Dude.
Like I literally like in a whole audience in this theater go, that was unnecessary.
Yeah.
Just
Did you watch the Watchmen movie?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
The blue penis, unnecessary.
Dude, I got so much
Like, why do
material
we-
out of
Dude, that was
Nosferatu.
like what gave it 5 stars to me.
Dude, you're getting close.
I've got
You're getting. I know you're.
Dude, I'm wearing a gay pride shirt right now.
Dude, I got so much fucking material from that Nosferatu movie. Like it's
I know.
at least,
He
like,
texted me while he was in the
yeah,
movie
I
theater.
was basically live tweeting my Nosferatu experience to Zach, and I can't remember, like, it's all in here somewhere. Ugh,
Dude, so on the ride home, and my
Sorry,
wife's a
find
big
it.
comedy fan. You know, we joke and bullshit all the time. We really had this idea of almost like a follow up. Like, here's a comedian's take on Nosferatu. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
this is the biggest honey dicking movie of all
Yep.
time.
Literally.
It's a weird one night stand. This old dude fucks this young chick a long time ago. The dick was so good she couldn't get over it.
You saw it?
Many years later, she gets her husband to leave town so the guy can come in, fuck her again, cut the guy out, thought he was dead, doing the Trump again, came back to life, big Dracula penis.
It was like Dracula met Jim Carrey from fucking Sonic 3, and it was
Yeah.
just like, Jesus Christ. Like, why'd they give him such a big mustache? Like, just the mustache. Like, I get he was Romanian, and Vlad the Impaler had that mustache, but
Yeah.
that's all I could think. It was like, you took Nosferatu and you put a push broom on his face, and that's all. Then they're just like, that's it. That's the
I think it's period accurate. If you look at Vlad the Impaler, he had the big
Yeah,
mustache.
huge
one, didn't he?
Mustache.
Yeah. Dude, I like that it was a Christmas movie. Hold on, this is one of some of my notes that I had. It was a
here we
Christmas
go.
movie because it took place on Christmas.
Yeah.
The first shot, you could tell it was going to be a gothic horror because of the gothic lesbian forehead.
Okay.
That's like the first thing you see.
Gothic lesbian forehead.
Yep.
You ever just see a
tagline.
forehead and you're like,
Willem Dafoe got to say Nosferatu the entire movie. He was the only person in the movie who got to say Nosferatu, which I thought was awesome because he got to play Nosferatu in a movie where he was,
guess
that was
Dracula?
pretty cool. Yeah, he was a Dracula. Kick-Ass was in it. He was Craven the Hunter. He was a necrophiliac. That was pretty cool. Why'd that guy fuck the dead girl?
yeah, Mitch,
You
tell
remember
us.
that?
Yeah. I'll save that forever. There's a joke that a bartender at Patty's told me that's fucking hilarious.
My biggest thought at the end of the movie, I finally realized it because my wife sent me, when we first met, before I even knew who the fuck it was sending me this, she sent me the video. You touch my tra-la-la, my ding-ding-dong. And that's the
that's
voice.
another
That was the
old school-
Nosferatu voice, though. Like,
Yeah.
that was how he talked.
Yeah.
You touch my Nosferatu dong. My ding-ding-dong. You know, like, it was just like, God damn it, Nosferatu.
Let me test, like, so you kind of hit on some old school internet stuff. This was, dude, I was probably like, I don't know, a senior in high school. So this is like, early 2000s. There was a early YouTube had this thing they're called like Dr. Tran. You guys remember the Dr. Tran?
Dr.
cartoon?
Tran, yes, Dr.
Yeah.
Tran.
No.
Dr. Tran will fuck you up.
Yeah.
Dude, I love
So
the Dr.
whole
Tran movie
idea,
trailer
like,
one.
He was being tormented by this chicken, and the chicken would like come around and be like, "I'm gonna murder you."
What was it called?
It's
Dr.
called
Tran.
Dr. Tran. It is the funniest shit.
The movie
And-
trailer one was my favorite, where he's just sitting there and like the movie trailer voice comes in. He's like, Dr. Tran in the latest action adventure. And he's just like, I'm just sitting here. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Dr. Tran will kill his own mother. I love mother.
Oh, no.
Dude, I remember Dr. Tran.
Yeah.
Dr. Tran was the shit.
Dude, the one that stick I've always remembered that series was it's the chicken who's like threatening to kill him, like he's hiding in places, like he's like this like old lady's like fruit hat.
Oh, yeah,
and he pops
yeah.
up and he's like,
Old
I'm
lady.
sick, I have a disease.
fuck?
Dude, it is that is early internet.
That's
That
got
is
my
so
favorite.
funny.
Yeah, no, I
my
didn't see
favorite
that one.
line from it is look at that fat cock. And then it's just a big fat rooster, and he's like, sorry, doctor, that was fucked up.
Of course, John knows all
That-
about
dude,
it
that's
too.
like when, you remember like E-Bombs World?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
huge.
reminds me of like the
Yeah.
G.I. Joe, the PSAs, like the pork chop sandwiches. What the fuck? Get the fuck out, you idiot! Or I'm a computer. Stop
think
all the
we-
downloading.
I just had some standard comedy shit too. Like we can hit these or not hit them. I don't know.
Well, we
Let's-
can hit
let's hit one
Let's
more
hit
before we
'cause
wrap
we're-
up.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap up here. 'cause
Okay.
we got we're going a little bit longer because we love you, buddy. But
I said I was
you
gonna
know.
be here as long as you guys want. The worst bomb of all time. That was on there.
Probably the one that's going to get dropped on June 28th, 2025.
I was gonna go with Nagasaki, but you know,
No, we used two of them.
Yeah. Hiroshima was pretty bad as well. No, personally, mine.
Oh, personal bomb?
Yeah, I'm
Before I
need
even
a
moved
minute.
down here.
Yeah, I need a minute Because you got yours like fresh.
Yeah, I think mine was probably, I don't know. I think it was an early one because I did this true story for like the very first time I ever did comedy here in North Carolina. Talking about this time that I took this emergency tablet on an airplane and like I didn't like it was foaming in my mouth, like I coughed on somebody on an international flight. It's a good way of getting arrested by Tokyo police. But I was still early into it, so like I didn't know a lot about comedy and writing.
Oh, I should have made him laugh 4 times.
I'm a huge writer now, dude. I am so nerdy. Like I'll show you guys how I do it. I don't know, maybe I'll put something together like a writing class or whatever one of these days. But I thought that I could just like make up a completely fake story. Like, this is gonna be funny. And so like the whole idea was like I got invited to like a swingers barbecue, but didn't know it was a swingers barbecue until like it got late and everybody started getting weird. It was such a terrible story.
Yeah.
Awful, and like I got no laughs.
It sounds horrible.
And like even like going off stage, like there was like comedians that they're like, dude, that was not good.
Like it sounds hot, but not funny.
I fucking hate when comedians try to lie to you. Good
Dude,
set, buddy. Bro, I could fucking hear it.
Yeah,
that was not
sounded
good.
sexy. Like not like I want to hear like but I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear any jokes about it. I just want to come on, let's go to Pompeii and like pump one out. You know what I mean?
No, before I moved down here, because I only got to do comedy for about 6 months before the world shut down.
Yeah, that's true.
And I definitely those are my worst 6 months in comedy for sure. I remember getting so excited, like my 6th time on stage, just being happy that I had 2 people laugh at a joke.
Yeah.
I sucked dick when I first started. Now I just kind of sucked. I tease the dick. I don't fully suck it anymore.
Tipping it?
Yeah. Just give it a quick lick.
So mine's actually kind of recent, and it's. I learned after that it was just the way the mic kind of went for everybody, but it was the heckle mic that I did for H.L. Boney at Comedy Works a couple weeks ago. I'd never done a heckle mic before.
You had killers with the mics.
Oh yeah,
in the crowd,
I had never done a heckle mic before. It's just they ask other comics to come and heckle you while you do your material.
They give them a mic in the crowd.
And so, and then like after a minute,
go ahead, tell them who you had in the crowd.
Then, no, I'm going to set it up first because it's so fucking funny how this happened. I looked H.L. Boney and I was like, man, I'm so excited to be here. Never done one of these before, but I know that if any of the hecklers are like Slim, or like if Slim is one of the hecklers, I'm screwed. The hecklers walk in, it's Slim. Aisha, and DeMarcus Gray.
DeMarcus Gray's a master shit talker.
Yes,
I love DeMarcus so much.
He had those 3.
The only way
with
that
mics.
I could have been like completely murdered is if Gerard had also showed up. And
Gerard is also a master
I
shit
think
talker.
he actually showed up later on, drunk like he usually does. But like, shout out to Gerard. But like, I was like, if Slim,
Those 4 tough.
dude, yeah.
He had
and
killers
Slim,
in the
Slim
crowd.
was just like by the time I got up to, he was like not even heckling, constructive heckling. He was just like, "Say a joke, bitch," and I'm just like, eventually just called me gay, and I'm just like, yeah. I was just like, dude, that's one of the most humiliating things I think I've ever fucking just. But then everybody else went like, I took Caleb with me, like we both were like we were gonna go hit another mic after, and I was like, I text him. We gotta go now. Like, let's go ahead and hit the mic.
Can we go hit a real mic now?
Yeah. But he's a good audience member. Didn't check his phone, and then I got to stay long enough to see that everybody else was like, "That shit sucked." I got to watch every other comic and be like, "God damn it, God, suck bullshit." And I was like, "Okay, I don't
like that.
I don't feel so."
Cool.
Yeah, no, I'm too. I can't take like for
criticism.
me, like the way I deal with hecklers, it's more like, shut up, you're gay, I'm moving on to what I'm doing, and then like, or I'll just quickly shut them down. But it was the kind of thing where you're supposed to.
I feel like if you were one of the hecklers, you'd probably be one of the polite ones.
I would probably be better as a heckler. Yeah.
Do better.
Yeah, because I've got.
You're doing fine.
Like, shout out to we'll beep this name out actually because I don't know, we might get him on the show one day. Tim King. This is for Zach. We're not even going to do it. What? Zach's going to do it, not you, Greg. I'll write it down. I'll do the thing. Tim King. But I wanted to tell him he looks like some school shooter stepdad.
Yeah, we're cutting all this.
Yeah, we'll cut that. That's at 11:11. We'll cut that. Make a wish. Mitch, you got anything you want to promote before we get out of here?
I don't know, man. Just keep coming out to support the comedy scene, no matter like who you are, where you are. Like, the comedy scene is like, it's one of the core things when I started the Locals Comedy, man. Like, it's only as good as we make it. And we make it a lot further if you start working together and stuff like that. There's a lot of shit that goes on out in the comedy world of like, I only work with this person, I work with that person, whatever else. I don't give a shit about any of that. I'll go to any show, anywhere, any crowd. I mean, I've performed in small rooms, big rooms. I mean, hell, I did the Crown Coliseum. I performed at the Crown Coliseum there, like, for like 3,000 people. Like,
and you went to the fucking White Rabbit.
Yeah. I mean, I'll do small bars, large bars.
I think
it
you
doesn't
actually
matter,
practiced your set for the Crown Coliseum at the
At
White
the
Rabbit.
It was a great place to
You did.
practice.
I think you actually did.
But hey, before we go,
Yes.
I brought presents for you guys.
Shit.
Oh shit! What'd you bring?
I forgot about this
I
completely.
did. I brought
too.
presents because I will refuse to allow Mike the success story to be better.
Okay.
Oh
than
shit!
me.
Shout out Mike.
Yeah. Where did I put that?
Oh, he
They're
lost
over
him. Never
here.
mind, Mike. You're still on top.
So I got one for
Oh,
Zach
shit.
with a
Metallica!
bow with a bow on it. Shout out to the wife who put the bows on. I got one for JP.
Okay.
Oh shit! Let's see what we got.
This is what I believe that every comedian should have both of these items, and I'm glad that you guys. You got
Mine
one
says,
of each.
"Bitch, what the fuck?"
Yeah, so I got you guys both the same thing. Just paper right into the mic. I'm sure this will sound really good. We'll just edit this part out.
ASMR.
Yeah. Oh, ASMR.
Greg, how are you doing?
This is an unboxing.
Are you doing all right, Greg?
So I believe that every stand-up comedian.
You should not have given me these,
Yeah,
dude.
don't worry, you guys get both the same thing, so JP, don't get upset.
Okay.
But I want to make sure I got you guys joke books because you never have enough joke books.
That's true.
Yeah, with personal sayings on the inside.
Ooh.
Just a little thank you for having me on again, man. And I got you both.
Straight out of these nuts.
Shane Dawson, come
Yeah.
on now.
Yeah, come on.
I've got cats, dude. You know.
Yeah, but you can never have these enough. Fucking stick on googly eyes.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm putting these on everything.
Yeah.
I'm putting these on my wife's titties
I'm gonna
tonight.
put them on my phone right now. I'm gonna put them
Yeah.
on my phone.
You know, I do it too. Like I'll just googly eye. Like we got like spices. I put googly eyes on that. But yeah, I just want to again thank you.
Aw,
for having me on.
thanks, Mitch.
Come on, man, dude.
Yeah.
Seriously. Thank you for coming back out. And this, fuck it. Dude, I'm gonna put googly eyes. I'm gonna.
Dude,
annoy the
I'm
shit out of
hitting
them.
Greg's whole
We're-
family
yeah.
photos around here.
That guitar is about to have so many googly eyes on it. It's gonna be like we're gonna make that a biblically accurate guitar.
Yeah, dude, so not only they got googly eyes, they have sexy googly eyes.
Oh, they got
too.
sexy
Like,
ones
if you
in here
look- I think
too.
it's like
Oh
little side
shit,
trays.
I see them. Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah, you can really seduce.
Oh,
people
those
with the
eyes
sexy
are.
ones, yeah.
Dude, what, dude, we'll
So,
show 'em.
Thanks,
yeah,
man.
Yeah, thanks for having me guys on here
Yeah.
again, and this has been a lot of fun.
Thanks for coming back out, man. Dude,
Hell yeah.
I'm dropping my googly eyes.
Shit, we're gonna
everywhere.
have him back on next week too.
Yeah,
and
dude.
the week after.
More gifts
Every day.
No pressure on the other comedians to bring shit.
Comedians, you really got to step your game up. We've had two very wonderful guests.
Yeah.
Go.
Shout out to our new favorite guest, Mitchell Fowler.
It was the googly eyes.
Yeah, it was the googly eyes.
Yeah.
Well, that's been this episode of Jack and JP's Burnout Hijinks. Join us next week for another weekend of madness. Shibuya.
All right. Bye bye. Have a wonderful time.
Have a beautiful time.